Welcome to Rope Dropping Knowledge, where we guide you through the magic of Disney.
Sorry we're late.
Yeah, your fault.
How's it my fault?
Because you always say it's my fault because I'm not here, but I'm here this week. So I'm home.
I wasn't here mentally.
So it's not my fault.
Work. We got our quarterlies, and then we got focus reviews. Got to review people.
Oh, yeah. I still haven't done that.
Yeah. See, I take care of my people. You don't take care of your people.
Well, you have one.
No, I have theoretically 3. But
I take care of them. I just don't like doing work.
yeah. Okay, well, we are back, and it is February. I mean, usually at the beginning of a new month, we tell you who won the last giveaway, but we're going to save that till later on in the podcast.
Yeah, because it's a whole story.
It's a whole story behind that one. But we do have a new giveaway. We have the Disney Soaring leather pouch, and we already posted it. It's pretty cool. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a crossbody.
It's like an Indiana Jones bag.
It's like a satchel.
Yeah, like the one Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but it's soaring. It's a Disney product. It's pretty cool. Soaring, obviously, for soaring over the world, or as we know it, soaring over California. But now that's only once a year here. You can hear Tracy still coughing.
I know. Last week I was sniffling, and I didn't realize it because you made me spray something up my nose before the thing. So then
What do you mean
my
I
nose was
sprayed?
dripping.
You were that was just regular nose spray.
So I didn't realize it, and then I was listening. I'm like, that's a lot of sniffling. So sorry. Apologize for the weird quality episode last week.
This is the first time in her life using nose spray. She's like, "Oh, you made me spray something like it's some voodoo magic." I'm like, "What?"
And then this week, I mean, I'm not coughing. I'm coughing here and there, but yeah. But not as, not sick anymore, but, the cough stays
sick
forever.
of you coughing. So, and in addition to the satchel, we'll be throwing in a Minnie Mouse Nuimo. So,
Yes. Nuimos. Nuimos? There's an S in the trademark name. Nuimos.
So even one is a most?
Yeah. Like
That's most ridiculous.
like Christmas. You don't say Christmases.
Nuimos.
You say Christmas.
It's
That's the
Spanish?
name. It's not a plural. It's the name.
No mas.
Whatever. Okay, I'm just copying and pasting what they put.
And even though it's not in the picture, we're going to be throwing in one of those Nuimo backpacks.
Yeah, the accessories to the
The
doll
backpack?
or whatever. To the plush. No, because there's the Nuimos, and then there's the accessories
I know.
to the Nuimos.
And I said we'll be doing the backpack.
Yes, accessory. I don't want people to think it's a human backpack. It's a Nuimos accessory.
For
backpack.
a backpack for the Nuimos.
The collectors of these Nuimos will be mad at you for mispronouncing its name.
Not if they win. And this particular giveaway ends on Saturday, February 25th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Must be 18 years or older and live in the United States. And all you have to do to enter is direct message us the answer to this question via Facebook or Instagram or info@ropedroppingknowledge.com. If you do all 3, you get 3 entries. If you do 2, you get 2 entries. 1, you get 1 entry. And the question is, which Disney character would make the best Disney vacation buddy? So if you could pick any Disney character, who would you most likely or most want to bring to Disney with you? All expense paid vacation. And bonus points if you throw in why.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at your face. You're like, huh?
No. I'm going to say like...
Is that your LSAT face?
I'm gonna say, I was just thinking who would fit like the rides.
Fit in the rides.
So
You're
I'm
being practical.
yeah. I'm like Raya. I don't know. Raya would fit the rides because the princesses have all these big dresses, ball gown things.
Oh man, you're being way too technical.
That's why I was like, you got me thinking. That's why I had that face. I'm like, well, I mean, Mickey's not gonna fit either.
See, some people had answers, and now you're gonna make them second guess themselves. They're like, oh.
But
I was going to choose
said,
the Beast for Beauty and the Beast, but the Tracy says he won't fit in the rides, and now I can't pick him.
ooh, you know who would be good? Gaston.
Why?
I don't know. I just want to hear him scream on a roller coaster.
You want to punish him? Just like when he fell off the side of the tower?
You know, oh. But on a roller coaster, he might be, You know? I don't know.
Okay. Oh, man. You're funny.
Anywho.
So, yeah.
We forgot when the spoiler Wakanda giveaway ends, so we'll have to re-listen.
Well, I wasn't going to mention it.
No, because what if people were like, hey, what about the other one? Because what if we said it was last week? I don't know.
No, we would never do it.
We wouldn't? Okay.
I don't think.
We usually do a week for the spoiler ones, but who knows? In case you're wondering.
We're distracted. We're the least organized podcast on the air. Well,
and we release right away. We don't edit anything.
No.
Because a lot of podcasts, like, they'll record and they'll release it like a week later or whatever. Or, you know, a few days later. You literally upload it right after you.
So what Tracy is really trying to drive home the point is not only are we disorganized, we're lazy.
No, we're like, what do you call it? It's like Saturday Night Live or something. Where whatever you hear is unedited.
Right.
So if I accidentally say something offensive, sorry, like me sniffling, we would have edited all that.
I don't know. You're saying the bad part, but what's the good part about that?
The good part is it's live.
It's not live.
No, it's like it's live because we don't re-listen. We just upload.
Yeah, what you get is what you get.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start using the censor button on Tracy.
Well, that's if you don't edit, so.
Yeah. Well, I didn't spend like $700 on a roadcaster to edit.
Yeah, it takes too much time. Screw it. That's why we don't do YouTube. It's like, who has time to edit? Like, just load whatever you put or don't put it.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Tracy's in a mood today. See, the thing is that you could tell when Tracy's in a mood. She'll just start saying stuff. Because this is her.
Saying stuff.
Yeah. Like
That's
anything.
the whole podcast is saying stuff.
You know. But you can hear her emotions in it. And the thing is that she took some time off work, and now she's back. And so she's cranky. She don't want to come back to work.
That is true.
And so even though you haven't been busy at work.
I have. I just don't care.
She's just attitude. I'm glad I'm not doing your review.
Yeah. I feel bad for my boss.
Yeah, I know.
My manager who has to review me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he gets you nice stuff every Christmas. So he obviously likes you. Any case, yeah. So this will be on the 25th.
Yes, on the 25th.
Nuimo backpack for the Nuimos. And then we have a lot of stuff that we are going to be giving away this year. So we're going to be doing random giveaways, like not even in addition to the monthly.
Yeah, because
we're gonna be
the reason why I took time off is to purge stuff.
Yeah,
The purge, and we still have too much new stuff, Disney stuff.
We have stuff that I don't even know how we got.
You, Brian has a shopping problem.
I know I have a shopping problem.
Yeah,
I have zero debt.
Yeah, but you buy all this stuff, so
that's not a problem.
Yes, it is.
Because it's for giveaways. It's for a podcast that we don't monetize. but because we love everybody, and it's the
Yeah.
month of love, so I thought that we would give away. You know what? Forget it. I'm going to give away an additional giveaway this month, an additional monthly giveaway, and it's just going to be random. Not even a super fan giveaway. So whoever enters the contest, our giveaway, our February giveaway, runner-up is going to get a surprise. So
Are you
whoever,
gonna buy something, or are you gonna give away?
I'm not going to say what it is.
Oh, okay.
They're going to get something. So there'll be two. There'll be one official winner. There'll be one
second winner.
unofficial winner. So whoever the random name generator picks first gets
The runner-up is the
is the second.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Why not? Why not?
Sure.
Because I feel like it.
Okay.
I could do that. I'm an adult.
Like
if
the lady,
if you're gonna be bringing everyone down with your mood, I got to bring people up.
You're an adult. You can do whatever you want. Like the adult Disney lady who ran up on the float.
That I want to find out. I'm trying to find out who that is.
Well, I'm trying to see what happened after. It didn't look like anyone went after her.
Everyone's worried about her getting kicked out. She got kicked out, I'm sure. She's whatever. And, when that one girl had the sparkler in front of the castle.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, what in the? She brought in fireworks.
And everyone's getting mad. I want to find out who the lady is who jumped on the Mulan float for one reason only. To rub it in Dole Whip's float's face if she's from Florida.
Oh, yeah, I do want to find out where she's from. Yes. Because the first thing when I shared it, Dole Whip was like, see, it's not all in Florida. And then I went to the comments. They said, oh, man, don't turn us into Florida. Because this was at DCA.
Yeah.
But she could be from Florida.
Yeah, it's 50-50 she's from Florida. And the reason I think she's from Florida is not just because of her actions, which is very Floridian, but she wasn't dressed like a California Disney goer.
Yeah, she's wearing like a suit or something.
Like
right?
a pantsuit and a Disney bag, I think it was one of the Coach bags maybe.
No, she was holding merch. She was buying merch. You know those Disney merch bags?
Oh, was it?
And she was holding it and she
but
was
she
waving.
had a kind of purse that was Disney too.
Oh, she did? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't look that. It wasn't that long of a...
And that doesn't look
That
like a
part wasn't
Californian. It was almost like somebody who was visiting. So I don't know if she's from
For
Florida.
sure, a magic key holder would not do that.
Yeah, she ain't a magic key holder. She's an anti-magic key holder.
She's a favorable.
She's a black magic key holder.
She's a favorable.
But yeah, so
But now we're going to stop making fun of Floridian people. No. They're all...
It's all fun and games. We're the same citizens, kinda. I have friends that live in Florida.
Me too.
Yeah, but making fun of them is okay. I think that's half their economy is based on people making fun of them. So,
This is why we will go visit all the Disney parks. Except we're planning all these Disney park
well,
visits.
you're scared of Florida. I make fun of Florida.
I'm scared of leaving Southern California.
Yeah, and you're scared of water. You're scared of dogs. You're scared of.
I'm not scared of dogs.
Scared of
I'm just
haunted
scared of like
mansions and.
strange people.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's half my family. And then 25% of yours, which equals half my family because your family's bigger.
Well, not strange people. Just people who think I'm strange.
No,
That's what I'm scared of.
that's 100% of people. But we did have a big weekend. But
Yes.
but if you do find out who that lady is, message us.
Well, that TikTok's viral, so I'm sure somebody
Yeah.
knows her.
Yeah. But we'll finally get to the good stuff. So we had a action-packed, double stuffed, king-size Disney weekend for us anyway. We actually spent 2 nights at Paradise Pier.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Disneyland for DCA Disneyland for 2 days. And yeah, it was fun. This is our first time seeing the 100-year stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, so what we did first was, because we're lazy, when we talked about this last week, we stayed at the Delta Hotel. It's a Marriott hotel in Anaheim the night before, Friday night, just so that we can make it on time for early entry. So when you stay at a Disneyland property, you get to enter the parks half an hour before everyone else.
Kinda.
Well, not the park, but the
the
lands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lands. Yeah.
Half an hour before. It used to be Magic Hour, but now it's only half an hour, so it's not called Magic Hour anymore. It's called
Magic
early
30.
entry.
Yeah.
Magic half hour. So in order to do that, we didn't want to drive from San Diego because we'd have to like leave here at like 5 in the morning.
Which we used to do.
Yeah, which we used to do, rope dropping, which is.
Yeah.
But anyways, we were like, we're lazy. Let's just go to the Delta Hotel.
Back in the before times.
Yeah. Let's stay at the Delta. We've stayed there before, but it's kind of far in terms of not walking distance. But I listened to Johnny's, not Johnny's, but Park to Park, where Johnny was a guest, and that's where he said he stayed when he went to Disneyland the first time. It's the Deltas, because they have that bus that just takes you right there.
Yeah.
So anyways, so we rarely stay there. But
number 5.
Yep, number 5. We rarely stay there, but we did this time just to, drive, just to drive to Paradise Pier in the morning. So our plan was to make early entry, and also is to try for the virtual queue. Now, you don't have to be scanned in at the park for virtual queue at 7 a.m.
For
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yep.
So we had planned, our plan was to check in at Paradise Pier at 6:30 a.m. And we know the room won't be ready, but we just wanted to check in so they can text us when the room's ready. And then walk over to Disneyland. Because if we didn't get a virtual queue, our thought was to buy a lightning lane. And we thought, and you can't buy a lightning lane until you scan through. And we thought that would sell out quick. So that's why we're all like, oh, let's be in there by early morning or whatever. So that was kind of our thought. So yeah, we checked in at Paradise Pier at 6:30. Then we walked over to the Grand Californian to the shortcut to Disneyland if you're staying at Paradise Pier. And then we decided to stay in the lobby.
Instead of, to try to get the virtual queue.
To get the virtual queue at the Grand.
And that virtual queue
is
impossible. The quickest. It's the quickest virtual queue I've ever seen. Like, as far as, like, we did Rise of the Resistance the first week it opened. And that back then you had to be checked in.
You had to be scanned
through the gate in order to do it. But so maybe that eliminated some of the people, because some people just aren't going to be, get up in time to get through the Disneyland main gate, by 8 o'clock, before 8 o'clock. But man, was this quick.
Yeah, because if you're able to do this in your bed or whatever, your hotel bed, then
you're talking
everyone's
going to
try.
Of people. Yeah.
But then it's only people who have reservations.
Yeah, that's true too. But I've never seen. We're talking, because with Rise of the Resistance, when we were first doing it, you could still get a backup group probably 2 to 3 minutes after 8, like 8:03.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. This, and then when it's real on a really packed day, you would be able at least get it through the first minute. The first 60 seconds.
Mind you, this is only the second day of the opening, so we went on like opening weekend.
but you got to figure that this was a ride that's really only attracting like Disney people. Like Rise of the Resistance, you have Disney.
Star Wars.
There are people who don't like Disneyland who got Disney tickets.
Oh, yeah,
just for Rise
Star
of the
Wars
Resistance.
fans,
Just
yeah.
Star Wars fans, yeah.
Wait, but what was your experience? Because I'll tell you mine. I didn't even get to the virtual queue thing. Mine just crashed. But what was yours when you refreshed?
I went to the thing, and then you refresh. You can do it 2 ways, by hitting the refresh button or by pulling down. I always think pulling down is better because it's like you can do it quicker.
Oh, I see.
And you're not relying on the automated thing to, that's just something else that could probably screw up. But I got to the point to where I could hit join queue, and when I hit it, it said, "Too bad, so sad."
Oh, I didn't even get that button. So
it said something went wrong, and then it said, and then it was like gone. And then I had it.
But you saw the join virtual queue button though.
Yeah, but when I hit it, it was like
something went wrong.
Yeah, and then boom, that was it.
See, mine didn't even get to that. I refreshed right when I was supposed to, I guess, and it kept, that circle thing where it's thinking.
Yeah.
And it kept doing that. I'm like, come on, man. And then it said something went wrong.
Yeah.
So I didn't even see the virtual queue button.
Yeah. So, it was quick. I mean, it literally milliseconds because.
Yeah, it's milliseconds.
Because I tried again and it was only probably maybe 5 seconds into 8 o'clock. And
7 o'clock, yeah.
7 o'clock. And it was just.
Yeah, and then we thought,
crazy.
oh my gosh, we got to get to early entry before.
Yeah.
We didn't know if Lightning Lane would be sold out.
I got pretty quick fingers for an old man. So I was, I got those Xbox trained fingers, and so I was pretty quick. But
no, you need those Gen Z texting fingers.
Yeah, Gen Z is up me again. One up me one more time.
So yeah, we didn't know how quick the Lightning Lane purchase would be because people will buy stuff, will buy it to get there. So we didn't know if people would. So then we didn't really hustle. We just took our time to get to the gate. It was 7:15 by the time we got to the gate. They didn't open it yet.
Yeah.
They opened at like 7:20 or 7:30.
Yeah.
So everybody got to go in at 7:30-ish.
Which was a surprise for us because we didn't know that the early entry was different because during Magic Hour they had a Magic Hour gate just designated to that.
Yeah, but
and then we were looking around and then it's like, wait a minute, why we got to stand in line? Now, fortunately, we walked all the way to the end, which most people don't do, and so we were like the second, third people in line at that gate. But man, it was
we were in front of the bench people.
Yeah.
Like the old folks who sat on the bench on Main Street, and that's just their bench. You know that nobody, even if that bench is not taken, you don't sit there because those belong to them. They're like the Disney gang or whatever. But and I recognized the guy from. I was like, oh, that's him, the guy with the cane, and he was there like in 2015.
Some Floridian's gonna take that bench, and it's gonna be a big brawl.
I dare them.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah.
It's just a known thing. Like, okay, that's theirs. You know, like they're the couple that's it's like Disney 366 kind of thing where it's like, all right, you're there.
Or the clapping man, Peter.
Or Peter, yeah. Anyways, so they let everybody in, but then there's like the extra. So then people stand in front of the rope to rope drop, but then there's another rope on the other side for magic key holders. I mean, not magic key holders, early entry people. And so we rope dropped early entry.
Well, but before that, we actually did buy.
Oh, yeah, you scanned in.
Yeah.
I guess they let us in at like 7:20 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is that I was worried that we weren't. The reason why we even tried the virtual queue is because I was worried that, because anybody could purchase, I thought that was going to be sold out. That wasn't sold out.
No.
Nobody, and so that's kind of a revelation, and I think maybe it is the millennials and Zs. Like, they're not paying extra for them.
Yeah.
Because, and the reason I say that is, like, I don't have any numbers of how many people bought it. But, I mean, just to skip ahead a little bit, we were on the first one of the day.
Yeah, as soon as we scanned in, you purchased it, and our callback time was 8 a.m., which is when they open.
Right.
So it wasn't like, you were like 5 minutes late, so 11 a.m. for you kind of thing.
Yeah.
And which is like Genie Plus at Disney World is like that. But if you get Genie Plus and you don't get like, what is it they call Slinky Dog right away at like right when it opens, then it's like 8 p.m.
That's crazy, man. You guys have to rope drop to get Genie Plus.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
No, not to get Genie Plus, to get the
I know, but if you don't rope drop.
Yeah.
You know.
If you don't rope drop it, you're not going to get it. But, we scanned in. You got the virtual queue. We walked over to the rope where early entry is, and we rope dropped early entry. And then you had a video of that. And then at 7:30, we got to go in, but everyone else had to stay behind till 8.
Yeah.
And then...
and it's like, and here's the thing, and I've come to this realization, I posted a little story about it. There's really only 2 reasons to do early entry. It's basically to take pictures unobstructed, and quick.
Yeah, which is what the first thing we did was instead of running to Peter Pan, we just took pictures because we knew we were going to buy Genie Plus, so we're not going to run to Space Mountain or anything like that. So we let's take pictures. The castle is empty right now.
Empty pictures. and so we got good pictures, and then also secondary thing is Peter Pan because it doesn't have a lightning lane. Yeah. So those are the real two things. Now those things are kind of worth it because you could take they do have a photographer that's already taking pictures, before officially a rope drop, so you get that. But if you're an influencer or you just want influencer-like pictures, I mean, you could probably, if that's all you wanted to do with your early entry, you could probably take 100 pictures, like in different spots to where.
You could.
Know, I mean, because some people, there's the front of the castle, obviously, that's the obvious spot. But then, like, if you go into Fantasyland, there's, like, if you just want, like, particular shots, like in front of, like,
the teacup,
the Rose Cafe, or anything to where that you want, you can get it without people in it, not even in the background. Yeah. So that's what's pretty cool, and it's like, and for some people that's a huge deal. So, but and Peter Pan, since we didn't go exactly when we got in and we took pictures first, it was still about a 30-minute wait. Yeah. I think it was a little quicker than that.
20. It's about 20.
It's about 20 because, but I think everybody has the same idea. They go
they go to Peter Pan first. Everybody ran to Peter Pan.
Yeah.
And then the pictures the castle was decorated in the 100th platinum with the fairy godmothers. And I got one of the platinum mini, but I forgot to wear my magic band, so I didn't test the whole do the hokey pokey thing.
Yeah.
So so we took pictures with Peter Pan. Is that all we did in early? Because we had to be called back to Runaway Railway.
Yeah, because as soon as we got out of Peter Pan, got off the ride, it was time for the Runaway Railway.
Yeah. And the good thing they did with Runaway Railway was that you had to show your boarding pass to get in the
Toontown.
Into Toontown, because they didn't want people just standing around, in front of it.
Yeah, just taking pictures of it and stuff. So
that was cool because we weren't like in a crowd or anything like that to get on the ride.
Yeah, and you had to go through 2 layers of that.
Oh yeah, we had to show our pass.
Well, actually 3 if you count the ride itself.
Yeah.
So like we had to. There's people riding almost halfway up the wall to It's a Small World that will check. And then we walk in past the Toontown sign, and then into the actual entrance of, past the sign, there's other people who will check.
Yeah.
And then they check once you go into the ride.
Yeah. I guess there were 2 different queues. One was for virtual queue, one was for lightning lane.
Yeah.
So I think we missed a lot of because there was a lot of stuff I saw on social media that were like, pictures or whatever in the queue that we missed. So I'm like, oh, maybe that was in the other line.
Rise of Resistance. Like if you get the lightning lane, you're going to miss a lot of the queue.
Oh, yeah, because there was like the movie theater part and the popcorn that's shaped like Mickey and stuff like that. I was like, I didn't see any of that. Or maybe I was just too excited to ride that we just walked through too quickly. I don't know.
But we were the very first train of the day.
Yep, we were the first train.
And that shows you that buying it is worth. I can see why people will say, well, it's $20 a person. It's, like a family of 5. That's an extra $100 on top of whatever you already paid.
But the price goes down throughout the day. It went down. It started at 20, then it went down to 15 because it was slow.
So I don't think this ride is going to. It's not going to. I think the ride is worth it. It's not going to have the hype as Rise of Resistance.
No.
Rise of Resistance is just like a must-do if you are a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And this ride is just really, really fun.
It's fun. It's cute. The animation is cool. It's just not a thrill ride. It's a cute ride.
Yeah.
Cute and cool because it's Disney. It's classic Disney stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not a thrill ride, so I can see like maybe the teenagers are like whatever,
Yeah.
It's kid stuff.
Yeah. So, so the ride itself. So, I love the movie intro, and
Yeah.
then how they crash and it blows up the screen and you get to walk in to the
Yeah,
movie.
they're like, oh, let's go walk into, be part of the cartoon or whatever.
Mhm.
And I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the concept, that you're in the cartoon.
Yeah.
So because I didn't watch anything about it before.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I was like, oh, so we're stepping into the cartoon.
So yeah, it was. I don't know. I mean, everybody who all our Disney World listeners already know the whole ride.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's new for California, so everyone was just kind of hyped. Like everyone was like, really excited. I mean, I already knew what to kind of. I knew the spoiler of the ride, like what it does and everything. I've seen the POV and all that, but the attention to detail and the animation. Now, the one thing I'm worried about, and you even said this because when we did Toy Story that time, the Microsoft prompt pops up because the screen was broken. If one thing goes wrong,
it's day 2 of the ride. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, I'm just saying, it's one of those things that if it happened, it kind of would ruin the immersion, even if the rest of the ride worked.
Yeah,
because the whole thing is that you're in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And so as soon
and
as
all of a sudden you get the in Toy Story Mania, this time the Microsoft Word prompt came up with the window. It was like
that's triggering, dude. For everybody who's trying to escape like their 9 to 5, for that to come up, the thing that has plagued them throughout the week. Ding, ding,
Yeah. We're like, whoa.
Damn you, Bill Gates. Everyone knows that Microsoft sucks. It was never as good as other operating systems. It just got the monopoly, and every business bought it. And now,
unless you work for Google or even Google.
No, I'm saying it beat all of the stuff because Amazon's not Mac.
Oh,
Mac
no, the younger companies, they use Mac computers.
Yeah,
like that's why when my cousin.
Well, Macs are more expensive, but but whatever. But I'm just saying,
yeah,
if you want to get away from the office, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, you see that thing, you're like, what?
Yeah.
But it's not even the new.
It's the prompt where an error happens and you have to push OK.
Yeah, but it's the old school one because it
it's
so
like Windows
old.
95.
Yes, it's not even the new Windows. I'm like, whoa, this is like college, for me, 90s stuff.
Oh man.
So,
but anyway, back to the Runaway Railway. Overall, it's a great ride. The waterfall part is great. The Dancing with Daisy Duck is great.
Yes.
You kind of get a mini version of Luigi when you're doing it.
I thought they were gonna spin like Luigi.
Yeah. And it was actually I don't know what other people feel. To me, the ride lasted longer than I thought it would.
Yeah.
So with all the different sections and stuff. So and the fact that it's trackless, and then at the end the train comes back together because the train splits apart and all the different cars go their separate ways. That comes back in a different order.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
And Goofy's driving the train.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So definitely, I thought it was worth getting the Lightning Lane for.
Yeah.
You can get the virtual queue. I think because the hype is not going to be as strong as Rise to Resistance, if you maybe in a few months, the virtual queue is going to be a lot easier to get.
Yeah.
So. And
we didn't take any. We thought we would be in the moment and present and pay attention, so we didn't take any videos inside the ride. Yeah,
our first time, every time we go on a ride for the first time, where we try to just enjoy the ride, and then next time we'll take videos and stuff. But it's not like we were breaking news. This ride's been out at Disney World for over a year, so it is what it is.
Yep. And so then after that, you bought Genie Plus. Or you did before that. I don't know. I don't know when you bought it.
Before, but yeah.
What did we go on? I wrote down Space Mountain, but I don't know if we did.
Because
I'm getting the 2 days jumbled up. So
yeah, well, we went to Space Mountain, and Yeah, Spaceman's always good. There's nothing to really.
Matterhorn, right?
Matterhorn was good.
That's all we did that day. Because then our room was ready super early.
Yeah, super early. This is the quickest Paradise Pier.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Our
wow.
room was ready by like 10:30 or something. So we're like, oh, let's take a nap since we'll be here all day today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we just took a nap.
And then we went to DCA after the hotel.
Yeah.
Lunar New Year Festival is currently ongoing, going strong. You always say you're disappointed, even though you're always hyped for it.
I don't know why. No, this time I wasn't. I was like, okay, I already had the expectations that it's going to be crowded. Lunar New Year's always crowded. The food festival is always more crowded than the other festivals because there's only 4 booths or something. And the Sip and Savor tab's only 6. It's smaller. So when it's smaller, it's going to be more condensed. And, by the time we got to DCA to do the food stuff, I think a lot of the popular stuff was sold out.
Yeah.
So it was like, the burrito, egg rolls, things like that. But we bought the Sip and Savor pass anyways because we figured it's only 6 tabs and we're going to be here 2 days. And... I forgot what we got. Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it later on Taste Talk.
Yeah. So it was kind of a cool, chill day.
Yeah.
Because our goal was really to get on the Runaway Railway, but, we did that. And we knocked that out like 8 o'clock. So it was kind of like, okay, what do we do now? Day 2 was we skipped the early entry. We were thinking about going, and it was like,
we just slept in. Because we did stay pretty late at Sonoma Terrace and did the usual Sonoma Terrace thing.
So I brought my iPad to the hotel and we did the drawing.
In the room, yeah.
In the room. And then I was thinking, well, since we're here and I know where the backpacks are, let's just announce it, the winner from Elias & Co. So we decided to do that. So we did the drawing, left, got like snacks from Lunar New Year. We did get the egg roll burrito then,
After we went to Smoke Jumpers and we went on Soaring.
Is that what the first thing we did?
Yeah, we went on Soaring, and then we got we ate at Smoke Jumpers Grill.
Oh, I thought we got the egg roll before that, but
no, we got. Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
As soon as we did the drawing.
Yeah.
And then we went
because you wanted
down.
to get it before they sold out.
Yeah. We had it for breakfast, like 11 a.m. though. But we're like, yeah, we might as well. I mean, we're not. If you wait till after 5 or even after rope drop, I mean, not rope drop, park hop, then you're not, it's going to be sold out again. So we just thought we'd try that and get it over with. It was, for me, it's sort of like, oh, let's try and get it over with.
We'll review it in a little bit. But, yeah. And then, after that, we did go to Soaring, which gave me an inspiration for today's giveaway this month. And, then we went to Elias & Co. and filmed our little video.
Yep.
And, the winner was Sylvie.
Sylvie, Main Street Steppers.
Yeah.
That's her Instagram name.
And there's been a big controversy about this backpack. And
controversy.
And because you said that she was there, because when she came up as the winner, you said, oh, she was there the day before.
Yes.
And so we were just thinking, well, if she's here today, we would just buy her one from
Elias & Co.
We'll use our, Magic Key discount, and then we don't have to ship it.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking that we would have another one to give away. Apparently not.
No.
Apparently
in the video, I said
before that, you guys were scheming against me. You, with all of your buddies.
No, Sylvie didn't know anything about this. She watched the video.
Yeah.
That you made. But then at the end, I said, hey, winner.
You jumped in.
And I said, if you're here today, we'll just buy this for you, and I get to keep the one at home.
Yeah, you made this unilateral decision.
And that's what happened. She watched the video. It's like, oh my God, I won. And then I was like, hey, what's your address? We'll ship it to you. Or if you listen to the video.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, she was so happy she won. She screamed. She said she screamed and scared her son, her little son. And then she said, and then later on she's like, you know what? I made a reservation. Like same day reservations now are more open, I guess, because people cancel and stuff
And
like that.
it was a Sunday too.
Oh yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I made a reservation. How late will you be there? It's like, well, we're staying the night, so whenever. And so he's like, I'll be there by 5:30 or 6. So I was like, okay. So it's like, yay, thanks for helping me out. Win-win.
Win-win. Oh boy. So,
but it's cool to actually meet a winner.
Yeah, because first of all, props on the effort for coming to this because you would have got the backpack anyway. So yeah, so we met her. She's a joy. She's awesome.
Yeah.
And got a nice picture in front of the big 100 coin DCA.
DCA.
Yeah. So that was real fun, and she is a Disney trooper because she's there, and then she came, and then I think she even went and got food afterward.
Yeah, she's like, I'm here, might as well.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check out the Lunar Festival stuff.
Yeah, we like that strong Disney. Disney is strong in her.
Yes. But so we hope to see her and her family.
Yeah, her husband and kid, her
Yeah.
son. Next time we go, or hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people that we want to meet. So this is going to be the year of hopefully a meetup. And
yeah, I got jealous when Johnny met up with other Disney podcasters in Disney World for Splash Mountain's last day.
I know.
So
yeah, that's cool.
Like, what about Splash Mountain at Disneyland's last day? Are you gonna be here?
Yeah, because you got to figure that the Disneyland Splash Mountain is a bigger deal because it's the last of the two. So it's really the last of Splash Mountain.
Yes. But it's so weird because the Disney World Splash Mountain, and that one day was the last day. Mm-hmm. And then somebody was saying, I think it was Make It Magical. They said, right away the next day, all the signs of Splash Mountain was all gone. And it just said, Tiana's, Bayou Adventure coming soon. It was almost like Thanos snapped his fingers. And then it was just gone. It just dusted so quickly, all signs of Splash Mountain all gone.
Wow.
I mean, you could see the mountain, but all the words and the signs and the rabbit or whatever, Briar or whatever.
If the mountain was gone, that would have been impressive.
Yeah. Well, that's Thanos stuff.
Some Copperfield stuff, man.
But yeah, so I wonder if the same thing will happen at Disney World. I mean, Disneyland. You see it, now you don't.
So yeah, and then we did finished your Sip and Savor passes. Vocal Soul, let's give them a shout out.
Yes, they are a K-pop band and acapella group, but they could sing most of their stuff is because they said it was hip hop, soul.
They did sing BTS, so
they did sing BTS and O-Town?
Yeah.
What?
Four-Town.
A-Town? Four-Town from Turning Red.
Yeah.
But they're
beatboxer.
They're beatboxer because it was no musical instruments at all, but you can't tell.
Yeah. So, they're really good. So follow them on Instagram,
yep.
Because hopefully they'll be invited back next year.
Yeah, because they were at Sonoma Terrace, and that's our favorite place
and I'm very judgy about who performs at Sonoma Terrace because that's
you only like mostly kosher.
That's mostly kosher territory, but they were that good. I'm like, all right,
yeah,
you get a pass. Yeah. So and then we kind of just finished the night at World of Color.
Yes. I can't find our Magic Man charger. I don't know where it is. So
either charger because we got two.
Yeah, we got two, and they're together somewhere. Yeah. So I brought it anyways, and our thought was, I'll just buy another Magic Band just to get the charger. Mm-hmm. But then I didn't know that at one of those shops outside, he's like, we sell just the chargers. I'm like, you do? Because they don't do that at Shop Disney, I don't think.
Yeah, we haven't seen them.
Yeah.
So I
bought a charger, went up to the room and charged it. Just so I could see what it's like at World of Color.
Yeah.
At a nighttime show. So we saw World of Color 1, and I wasn't very impressed.
World of Color, what?
1. That's
One?
what it's called. World of Color 1.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? That's the name of the new show. Have you been listening to the news I read?
No.
This is your show too.
I know Xbox One. I mean
No, this is called World of Color 1. It's the
Yeah.
new celebration, whatever, World of Color.
Well, you know what I call it.
What? The B side of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sucked.
all the
Just kidding, it didn't suck. But it wasn't as good as the original.
Basically, for me, like the songs that they all played were like not the hits of the movies they were in. So I understand why they played the songs they do because they wanted it to be flowing and natural and da 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 da. They took out Pirates. Pirates was the best thing.
Yeah, with the fire.
And then they played all these songs that were like not even the hit songs of the movies they were in. The B side.
The B side.
Yeah. So I call that whole thing the B side of water. That's what it is.
I mean, some people. Well, okay. The improvement is they included Marvel stuff, Avengers stuff, and Star Wars stuff,
Yeah.
which
I
is
mean,
cool.
That's cool.
But all the other stuff, like the genie before was cool. When Genie was singing,
Yeah,
the
they took out the Genie.
pirates, and even the Brave part in the
Yeah.
old show was cool. But now it's just
Even
like,
Ariel's
meh.
part was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dude, Pirates of the Caribbean.
the Dory part. Remember when
Oh,
she
yeah.
did the whale sound?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Like that Pirates part of the original World of Color is so like it's as good as a lot of rides because it was the only part that had fire, but it was fire.
Yeah.
It was.
They still have some fire, but
Like-
it doesn't sync with anything. I don't know.
Yeah, and the
I
thing is
forgot
that
about
fire
it.
was like singeing you. It would like you would get wet.
Yeah.
That fire would literally dry people
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
because it was so much.
Yeah.
And it was just, and I think what they do is they have the same amount of fuel and they just dispersed it throughout the entire presentation. So they had like a flame here, a flame here.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But they say in the original one, it was all for pirates, man. And I was just like, it was just the best part. I would go just for pirates,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but then, I don't know if that's just us being picky, like, oh no, they're getting rid of Splash Mountain picky kind of, you know what I mean?
Like, it's not the original.
But
No, because
it is good. Like if I never saw the first one,
Yeah.
I'd probably just be like, this is pretty cool. You know what I mean?
There was a different one at one point at some celebration. I don't remember if it was the Disneyland.
Oh, with Neil
60.
Patrick Harris. Was it?
We didn't even see it because we
I
were
know.
warned
We walked
about
past it. Yeah, I
Yeah, we were
remember.
warned about it, and we're like, all right, forget it. But at least that was just for the short period.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is just for the 100th
This,
celebration.
I would say this. This is probably better synced. Like the and I think that, and I understand if you look at it from a producer director standpoint, it's superior. The new one is superior because it's better synced. All the music flows together.
Yeah.
Flow, it's water. Everything is very on time. It hits
Like
every
the Bellagio
beat.
show.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's like a long Bellagio show with laser lights,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
But
But it doesn't get you like moving and dancing.
yeah, it's
like
not.
the old one.
It's not hyped. It's not like
not like-
whoa.
like
it doesn't raise
Mickey's-
It doesn't raise your beats per minute.
Yeah.
Your
Like
heartbeat.
Mickey's Mixed Magic. That one, it was all like.
Yeah, and an old one wasn't really about dancing, but at least it would get you excited.
Yeah, yeah.
This one was just cool. It was like an art exhibition,
Yeah.
and it was. And so I don't want to like.
No,
Like, be like-
I don't want to diss it.
Yeah, I don't want to
It's
diss
good.
it because it's worth seeing. It's definitely, especially if you haven't seen the old one, you're gonna like it.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna like
I
it.
think it's because we saw the old one. but-
Yeah.
And we got a special one. I think the one that I posted with the fireworks.
Oh, the one
That's
with the intro. Yeah.
That I think that's special for Lunar New Year, right? Or
Yeah, with
is
the
it-
lantern.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then it had fireworks.
Yeah.
So then I showed
was
my
cool.
Magic Band syncing.
The other one did not have fireworks.
No.
So, but I think that's just for Lunar New Year.
Yeah, I think so. So
Because
that was
it was
cool.
even about Lunar New Year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
So
assuming.
maybe it goes away after this week. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I got to see my Magic Band in action, and it was cool. So
All right, now.
It's Taste Talk with Tracy. Mash some magic in your mouth.
All right. So, there's only 4 different things here. Because I just wanted to get rid of my Magic Band. I mean, my Magic Band. My Sip and Savor pass tabs. And so what we did was we ordered 2 orders of the pork and shrimp dumplings the second night, because the first night it was sold out.
Yeah.
And we tried the quesadilla egg rolls the morning of the second night. We ate the shrimp spring rolls twice because it was at Sonoma Terrace. So where else are we going to be? So might as well. And it takes the tab. So like, all right.
And they were good.
Yeah,
so.
they were good. I mean, it's kind of like a waste to get spring rolls when it's so easy to make at home. But then I'm a fan of the tamarind sauce that they had. So I was like, oh, this is good. I like this sauce. Yeah. And then...
Not everyone's in a Vietnamese family, Tracy.
I know, but that's the reason why I shouldn't even get it, because like shame on you.
I don't know why certain cultures feel that way. Americans can make hamburgers at home. We still get hamburgers all the time.
That's the only culture that doesn't apply to.
I don't know why.
You don't see, well, I guess because V&A and Easy got quesadilla tacos.
Yeah.
It's not like they're like, no, we know how to make this. And she even said, I'm going to make this next week.
I've never gone to a hamburger place, any place, and said, my mom can make it better and cheaper.
No, that's what I'm saying. American culture, that doesn't apply to your culture. That's the only rule. It's like the restaurant rule. If you go to a restaurant and see all Chinese people, it must be a good Chinese restaurant. But no, if you go to Denny's and it's all Caucasian and Americans in there, that doesn't mean it's a good restaurant. So American culture is the only thing those rules don't apply to.
We're not picky.
Whatever. Anywho. So what'd you think of the...
Well, and we also got the spicy pork dandan noodles.
Dan noodles.
Dan.
That was the only thing that was left.
Uncle Dan.
On the first day.
You know what? They were good, though.
They were spicy.
They were spicy. So let's start with that, because we ate that probably was one of
that was the first thing we got.
Yeah. And I was the spice surprised me. But if you go in looking for the spice, or you like spice, then I think they're definitely worth it.
Yeah.
They're definitely worth a tab. So they were good. They gave you a decent portion. It looks like it's small, but 2 people could eat it.
Yeah.
You know, it was fine.
We don't eat much anymore, so that's why. But actually, that place, Longevity Noodle or something, that booth was popular for the garlic noodles. And again, I can make that at home. But it was sold out. So, and it didn't have meat in it. Why would you waste a tab on something without meat? Just pay cash for that. But me and my dumb strategies. Anyways, it was sold out, but I didn't want that anyways. I wanted to try the Dan noodles because it had pork in it. And it was spicy. It had like kimchi in it or something too. So that's why it was super spicy. And then the shrimp spring rolls at Sonoma Terrace is like any other spring roll, except the sauce. I was just kind of like addicted to the sauce. What'd you think of the quesadilla egg roll?
Thought it was excellent.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. It's actually easier to eat than the taco
version.
Yeah,
because it's like the taco, but it's like
wrapped
in a burrito.
Wrapped in an egg roll wrapper.
Yeah.
It's like a wonton wrapper.
Yeah. So I thought it was really good, and I can see why they were sold out.
I don't see anything Asian about it, though.
Well, it was in an egg roll. Egg rolls are Asian. Yes. She's just looking at me.
They should have the sauce.
Looking at me like I'm the weird one.
They should have put the sauce as like a fish sauce or something to make it Asian. What's that? A bird?
Yeah. Cricket.
Yes. Oh, a cricket. Yeah, put a cricket in there.
No.
To make it Asian.
Oh, boy.
Okay, and then the pork and shrimp dumplings were good. We got 2 portions because we each wanted our own. And then it was the end of the night, and I'm like, look, I gotta get rid of these 2 tabs and just give me 2 orders. And it's all meat, so it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's shrimp and pork, but it's like shumai for those of you who don't know what that is. That's like the dim sum dumpling.
There were appetizers at our wedding.
Ours was fried shumai.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Very good.
it's a shumai basically. It's all meat.
We're good. I always think the food is pretty good. And, we had something else that we didn't pay use a ticket for, but we could discuss that.
Yeah, that could be its own taste talk because actually that was good.
Yeah, that was good. So, yeah.
There was an earnings call on February 8th, and I don't know anything about it.
Well, that's because it hasn't happened yet.
Oh yeah, duh. I like there was an earnings call. There will be an earnings call on February 8th. I don't know what day it is.
Oh, man. When Tracy takes time off, she takes time off. She
Yeah,
has
I
to
slept
read.
like 12 hours a day. I did some purging and cleaning, but, mostly slept.
Oh, yeah, because you don't even tell your family anymore you're taking time off. You're like, don't bug me. I'm just going to do what's on my list. And but getting you back to reality.
Yeah, then I end it with a weekend of Disney. That makes it even worse.
I know. But, yeah, the 8th is actually next week. And it's the reason it's a big deal because it's the first earnings call since Iger gets back, Now, how much could he have done? Because the earnings call is really going to be about.
So he's only been back 1 quarter by then.
Yeah.
Not even 1 quarter.
But, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if there's been any type of movement. Yeah, because that's going to be. Or it's going to be interesting to see about. There's a fight over a board seat. So we can get into that next week.
The one dude got it. The Nike guy. Remember we talked about that last
Yeah, but there's
week?
another fight.
Oh.
Yeah. And then there's the whole Reedy Creek thing that's next week. So Florida's saying they're not backing down. We'll see. They did a special session because I think it was not. They weren't going to do it until June. Now that they got a special session to see what happens. So we'll see. It has to be voted on, but in Florida they kind of all vote in lockstep. So we'll see what happens. We don't know the details of it yet. That's going to be interesting. So all this Disney stuff, the board room showdown, the earnings call, and Reedy Creek. So from a business standpoint, next week's going to be a big business week for Disney. And it's going to be interesting because a lot of things are often announced at earnings calls. Sometimes they even announce like MCU and Star Wars stuff. Sometimes it's almost like a Disney Plus showcase or something, or movies. But they could be announcing park changes. Usually most earnings calls are pretty boring. We made this much.
They already announced the majority of the park changes that week when Tomorrow had all that.
Yeah, but there could be some long-term stuff that they could be announcing that's not going to be out for maybe next year or something. And because the earnings call is twofold: one, to report the earnings, obviously, but two, to get people excited and not divest from Disney. They want more investment. So sometimes they announce some of these big projects and it gets people, maybe I better hold on, or people who haven't invested in Disney, maybe I'll stick some money in there. This is a good time to buy. So I'm really interested to see, and Iger was always a master at that. He's a good communicator and he knows, if there's at a time to do it. I mean, he was not only the CEO but the chairman of the board for so long. He knows how to play it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to some announcements. But I wonder if he'll address the Reedy Creek situation because the 8th is what's today, the 3rd.
I think it's Wednesday.
Yeah, so I think the Reedy Creek thing's Tuesday.
Oh.
So I wonder if they're going to address anything that happens in Florida. Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting week business-wise for Disney. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Unionized workers at Disney World have rejected a contract proposal. Oh, yeah, I remember this. From the company that would have given them at least a $1 an hour raise each year over the 5-year life of the rejected offer.
Yeah. So I guess their unions urged them to vote no. And
why is that?
Well, because they wanted a $3 an hour raise immediately.
Oh, like to raise the minimum wage or whatever.
Yeah, so 15 would go to, I think it would go to $18 if you're making 15. So then it was like, which is a big, because you got to figure that's like, you know, you multiply 2,080 times 3, that's how much more a year they'll be making, which is quite a significant jump. Like, because if you're somebody who makes, let's say, $50,000 a year, right? And let me go through the old calculator.
That's about $6,000 a year.
$6,200, well, $6,240. So if you were making, let's say, $50,000 a year, which is way more than the park cast members make, unfortunately, and you got a $6,000 a year raise, well, even a one-time raise, you'd be like, whoa, you're stoked. So this would be life-changing money for people who are making minimum wage.
Yeah.
But that is high, and Disney's, I'm not saying they're hurting, but they're not at their peak.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what happens.
So if they reject it, they keep negotiating?
Negotiate, or they could potentially strike, And it's weird because the jobs report came out for the nation. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think the speculation was they were only going to add 185,000 jobs, and they added like 517,000. So the job market is like good.
Yeah. Unemployment rate is at a low.
The lowest unemployment since 1969.
Eesh.
And so everybody, who was like ringing the bells for this recession fears, it still could happen, because the interest rates are still high and everything, but the job market. Now the job market isn't the whole story.
Yeah.
But it's.
But wait, they're saying the unemployment rate is low.
Right.
But is it because it's really low, or because everyone maxed out all their unemployment benefits during the pandemic that nobody's qualified for unemployment anymore? Of course it's low. So they're still unemployed, but
but that's
they're not collecting unemployment.
Yeah, but that's so that's always been an argument about the unemployment.
The numbers, yeah.
But if you're comparing the unemployment rate to other unemployment rates, that would still doesn't count people who've dropped off the roll. That's still the lowest rate. You see what I mean?
Oh, I see.
So it's the same rules every year.
Well, no, other years they didn't max it out because of the pandemic. The pandemic, they were like, I don't know if that's just California, but they were just like, more.
California did some special stuff. But still, that's still the lowest rate.
Yeah.
I mean, and they did some special stuff, but then you would think that the unemployment rate would be skyrocketing, but it's not. And then when you match it with the jobs report, it's just like
if it's matched with the job report, then
yeah. So it is what it is.
Yep. Well, speaking of whether there were any changes, not really, because more banners for the Disney 100 celebration were taken down due to mistakes. So previously, the whole misquote of Mickey, the Mickey statue misquote, not only that, but previously we said that on opening day, the Matterhorn banner said that it opened in 1955, when in fact it was 1959. So that banner was taken out. Now the 59 one was put up. So more mistakes were made. Snow White, the banner said 1939, but really Snow White was released in 1937. The Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World, the date was correct, but Disney World was spelled with one word.
That's
Like,
fine.
who is doing this? This guy should be fired, man.
Well,
but
all those people moved to Florida.
see, that's what you get. That's the. You know what? That's the quality. You deserve it. These are the work from home people. That's what you get for working from home. I'm just kidding. Maybe. Actually, that makes sense.
Yes.
Disney Cruise Line. This one's confusing, but 1995 was the printed, which is when they announced it. But technically, it should be 1998 because that's the first time the ship. They did the christening or whatever. And 1998 makes more sense because they are telling everyone right now they're doing their 25th anniversary celebration. So, of course, it's going to be 98. Why'd you put 95? So, anyways, that's all the banners. That's like 4 plus the Mickey misquote thing.
Well, you could say it's work from home. Maybe that's
that is work from home. You know what? I'm not going to blame it on Florida. I'm going to blame it on work from home.
Well, you could blame it on them not paying their staff enough. You get what you pay for.
That too.
Pay people minimum wage.
First thing I spell with Disney World with one word.
It's like when you get soggy fries at McDonald's and they're getting paid the same amount.
Nobody's proofreading these. Like, I don't get it.
Hey, you ain't paying me to proofread. You're paying for a banner. And I gave you a banner.
No, but nobody proofread your banner.
Yeah, that's extra.
That makes the Mickey statute misquote seem like nothing. This is like worse. The Disney World one word thing is like the funny one.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, but all these banners were taken down, and now they're put back up with all the corrections made. Okay, so the Believe key has been sold out since January 31st. So right now, only the Inspire key, which is the most expensive one, is available on sale.
Yeah, everyone keeps waiting for that Enchant key, but that Enchant key never went back on sale.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to be an enchanting time for a lot of people.
because then the Imagine key was paused first, and now the Believe key, and now Inspire is the only thing there.
Yeah. So go big or go home.
Yeah.
Or as our cast member said, hey, if I don't see smiles, get in the Six Flags line.
Oh, yeah. The security guy. He was funny. He's like, why is everyone lining up and there's no smiles? If there's no smiles, get on the Six Flag bus.
Yep.
He's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there's a concert lineup that was announced for the Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival at Disney World. That's returning in March. There's a whole list. You could see it on Disney Parks blog, but some of the popular names: Smash Mouth, Pointer Sisters, Berlin, Kool and the Gang, Living Color, Simple Plan, Rick Springfield. So those are the concert lineups announced. But yeah, you could see the full list in the Disney Parks blog.
And yeah, we already talked about the woman jumping on the float. Again,
the Floridian.
If you find out who she is, we want to know.
No, we don't. I don't need to know who she is. Just tell us where she's from.
I didn't know who she is, where she's from.
I don't need to know.
We need to know.
Doesn't make a difference.
We need to know. Our Mickey ears are open.
Watch it be like one of our friends or something.
Oh, that would be hilarious. That would be, because then we could interview.
I didn't recognize her though, so I'm pretty sure I don't know her. I don't claim her.
The way you're saying you don't want to know, it makes me think it is one of your friends. You're not telling me.
Like last week I said, if you put inspirational quotes or whatever those weird, pay attention to me quotes on Instagram, on social media, I'll block you.
Yeah.
If you do that on the float, I'll really block you. You do that at Disney.
Or we interview you. Interview crazy.
What are you going to ask her?
I want to ask her, what inspired you to do this?
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. I thought it'd be a good picture.
Well, she did it, blew a kiss and wave. So somebody knows.
Oh, maybe somebody dared her.
Yeah, maybe. I want to know. She's not going to be allowed back in Disney. Everyone's worried about her getting kicked out. She's going to get kicked out. You know.
Not worried. They want her to get kicked out.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a done deal. That's fine.
I don't know. I didn't see
So
anybody
she
run
might as well
after her.
call us if you hear this, or if anybody knows who she is. Tell her to message us. We want to interview her. We want to get her side of the story. And
Yeah, I bet her kid dared her.
Well,
Or she lost a bet or something.
yeah. Well,
But I think that's less cringe, though, than the lady, like...
well, it's dangerous.
It's
You know.
dangerous, but it's less cringe than the lady who, like, assaulted Gaston. Or harassed Gaston.
Oh,
Remember?
well, yeah, that's cringy. I mean, this is cooler.
Yeah, the other one's, like, cringe.
but it's more dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's our podcast for today. Just remember our giveaway. I think that's it. We will see you guys next week. Well, you will hear us next week.
You'll see us on
You'll see
social
us.
media.
Yeah, we'll see you. We'll be peering through the Disney magic ball into every one of your homes. See who's listening, who's being naughty or nice, who's jumping on floats. All right. I'm Brian.
I'm Tracy.
Stay magical.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe and visit us at www.ropedroppingknowledge.com.